Well, good afternoon, everyone. That's not the proper address, excuse me. Chancellor, graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what an afternoon. I don't know about you, but I feel quite overwhelmed by the occasion. And I'm very aware that this is not my day, this is your day. And I remember how it felt to be in your position. It's a mixture of sadness, leaving behind your course and your friends, excitement, relief that it's all over. And I want to offer you my very many congratulations on this day and enjoy it. Now, I think at this time, I'm supposed to offer you words of advice and inspiration. I don't feel bold enough to offer advice, but what I'd like to do is just talk about a couple of things that have really helped me in my career. And I think as Professor Sasky mentioned in his address, I've always followed my passions. From the earliest age, I knew what I wanted to do, and that was to be an engineer. And he mentioned the way I used to collect books and send my mother off to get these books for me. And I didn't understand the contents of those books, but I just knew that this is what I wanted to do and this is what I wanted to understand. And I've had a fabulous career because of that. I've traveled the world, I've worked with some amazing technology, I've had privileged access to very many places and things that I would never have seen otherwise, and I've met and worked with some truly inspirational people. But it hasn't all been good. There has been some really, really dark times along that path, particularly when you find yourself in a leadership situation. And there were times when I just wanted the world, the earth to open up and swallow me. I would have done anything to get out of the situation that I found myself in. And you explore all possibilities, and then you come round to the conclusion that there is no way out, that the only way out is to push through, to persevere, and get a positive outcome. And when I was in some of these difficult situations, somebody once said to me, bad times, they always come along, but they will pass. And the bad times always pass, regardless of what you do. But the attitude you adopt during those bad times will have a profound effect on the rest of your career. If you face them down, if you look for that positive outcome, you can get through it, you can put them behind you, and you'll be left more confident, more resilient, and better able to take on bigger challenges in the future. So that's one thing. The other thing is this thing about passion. And I always followed my interests. Whatever I wanted to do, I followed those. I never thought things through particularly well. But then I did something pretty strange mid-career. I had a lifetime of science and technology background, all in commercial environments, all about selling, generating income, wealth, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. But then something strange happened. I was offered a job down south in an educational charity, and I almost got offered the job by accident. It was one of these occasions where I saw the job advert, I looked at it and I thought, I know how to do that job. I don't want the job, but I know how to do that job. So I'll just write to them and I'll tell them how to do that job. And I went through different stages of the process, and it came to the point where they were inviting me down to London for the final interview. And the chair of the company and the chair of the interview panel was a chap called Lord David Putnam. Now, some of you, the younger members of the audience, might not recognise that name, but maybe some of the parents and family do. Lord David Putnam was a film producer and responsible for many great films like Chariots of Fire and The Killing Fields and Memphis Belle, real classics of the day. And it was his persistence that persuaded me, after me turning the job down 4 times, that I should give this job a go. But there was something else. I had met the company and the people that worked in the company, and I found something that I'd never come across before. And that was people that were driven by a deep sense of purpose. These were educationalists And they were paid reasonable salaries, but they weren't paid a lot of money. But that wasn't what drove them. They were very bright, they were very hardworking and dedicated, and they were driven by a sense of purpose. And that purpose was that they wanted to develop the education system to deliver the very best outcomes for young people, to give all young people the very best chances in life. And that gripped me, and I'd never seen that before. And when I took that job on, I went in and I met with schools and teachers and head teachers. I saw some of the strongest leadership and some of the most inspirational people that I've ever come across. And again, it wasn't driven by money. And, you know, I'm not ashamed to say that it took me a while to understand it. I couldn't understand why these people worked so hard when it wasn't for that financial reward. But it changed me. And I'm still very commercially driven. I have to be at the Science Centre. But I found that purpose. And I wanted to come back to Glasgow, and the opportunity at the Science Centre came up. And it brought me back to my roots of science and engineering, but I came back with a real sense of purpose. And that purpose was recognising the way that technology is driving our world, trying to help as many of our young people develop the attitudes, skills, and mindsets to enable them to access some of these many opportunities that are being created. And I feel that if you can find a passion in your work, you're a very lucky people. If you can find purpose, then you've won the lottery. And if you can find people that share that passion and purpose, then you can achieve great things. And if I look back on the last 7 years of my career, it's been the most successful 7 years of my career. It's been the most successful 7 years of the Science Centre. And it's all because I have found a group of people that share a sense of purpose and a passion for what they do. And we've achieved great things and have more to do. So, back to you. This is your day. I wish you all the very best in your career. Enjoy today. Be proud of yourself. Let your parents and your family be proud of you. And go out there and don't be scared to face down your challenges. Don't be scared to follow your passions. And if you can do that, success will follow. But more importantly, you'll find happiness and fulfillment. So best of luck and congratulations once again. Thank you.